Hi students, in today's section we discuss about radiations. Radiation is also one type of process through which heat may transfer. Okay? So, radiation is defined as it is a process of transmission of heat in which heat travels directly from one place to the another without agency of intervening medium. Okay, it means here the medium is not takes an active role as it does in the conduction and convection process. Okay, in conduction we know heat may transfers from the hot end to the cold end by means of different layers. So heat transfers from one layer to the another layer. Okay, and in case of convection we learn by movement of the particles of the medium from one place to the another place heat may transfer. So in conduction and also in convection medium is takes an active role, but in case of radiation medium is not takes place in active role but it may absorbs the heat. Understand? So this is very important. Now the term radiation, okay, that includes the whole range of the electromagnetic spectrum. Okay, the term radiation includes the whole range of electromagnetic spectrum. We know the electromagnetic spectrum starts from gamma rays, X rays, UV rays, visible, infrared, micro, and radio waves. Okay, as we move from the gamma to the radio waves, the wavelength is increases. Wavelength increases means its frequencies decreases as we move from the gamma rays to the radio waves. Okay, here everywhere you are using the word called radiation. Gamma radiations, X radiations, X rays are the radiations. Okay, visible rays are also called as radiations. Okay, everywhere you are using the word radiations. Okay, but thermal radiation is different. Okay, where we observe the thermal radiations. Thermal radiations are generally observed in the infrared region. Okay, we know the wavelength region of visible light, that is from 3900 angstrom units to the 7800 angstrom units. Okay, so 3900 angstrom units is related to the violet and 7800 angstrom units related to the red color. So just after the 7800 angstroms, it is belongs to the infrared region. Here it is a sensation of heat creates. Okay, in visible region, radiations creates a sensation of vision. In infrared region, it creates a sensation of heat. That's why thermal radiations are belongs to the infrared region. Okay, and whose wavelength ranges from 7800 angstrom units to the 1 millimeter, means 10 power minus 3 meter. Understand? So thermal radiations are only belongs to the infrared region. Okay, these infrared radiations are visible? No, only the radiations which belongs to the visible region is only visible. Understand? So these thermal radiations are not visible and belongs to the electromagnetic waves. Okay, so what are thermal radiations? Thermal radiations are nothing but electromagnetic waves which carries the heat energy from one place to the another place. Clear? Let us see some properties of thermal radiations. Okay, now let us see the properties of thermal radiations. The first one is these are travel in straight line. Like light, these are also travel in straight line. Okay. Second, these are travel through vacuum with speed of light. We know the value of speed of light, that is 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. So per second, okay, it travels 3 into 10 power 8 meters. We know this value. So these radiations also traveling with the speed of light in vacuum. In vacuum means vacuum does not contains any medium now. Okay, so even in the absence of medium, thermal radiations may travel. Okay, and in our 10th class we discussed that whenever the radiations will be traveling from the one medium to another medium, and light is travel from one medium to the another medium, its wavelength and speed are changes, but frequency does not change. Okay, when light travels from one medium to the another medium, wavelength and velocity are changes, but frequency does not changes. So here also the thermal radiations are travel from the one medium to the another medium. Again the same thing happens. Wavelength changes and velocity changes, but frequency does not change. Okay. Now the third one. These radiations obey the inverse square law. Inverse square law means intensity of radiation at a point is inversely proportional to the square of the distance of that point from the source. Okay, again, what is inverse square law? Intensity of radiation at a point is inversely proportional to the square of the distance of that point from the source. Okay, for suppose here it is a source. We considered a point P here, which is at a distance D. So at this point, the intensity is directly proportional to the 1 by d square. Understand? Next, it undergoes reflection and refraction like light. Okay? It exhibits the phenomenon like interference, diffraction, and polarization like light. And radiations radiations exerts a small but finite pressure on the surface on which it is called as radiation pressure. This is quite different. Whenever the radiations are incident on the any surface, then it exerts a small pressure. That pressure is called as the radiation pressure. Okay, keep this point. Understand? So these are the properties of the thermal radiations. So thermal radiations are nothing but the electromagnetic waves which carries the energy from the one place to the another place. Okay, why they are called as thermal radiations? Let us see. For suppose it is one material. On that material, if the radiation is false on that material, okay, then the material consisting of atoms or molecules now, these atoms or molecules absorbs the energy from these radiations, okay, and they increase their translational energy or rotational energy or vibrational energy. Translational. So molecules may move along a single direction, in one direction. Okay. Rotational. About a point, it may rotate. Vibrational. About their main position, they may vibrate. So, by taking the energy from the radiations, they may utilize it to increase their kinetic energy in form of translation kinetic energy or rotational kinetic energy or vibrational kinetic energy. Okay, thereby increase the internal energy. Internal energy is a function of temperature. So, what happens? Whenever radiations are incident on the material, its temperature is rises. Understand? One more time. When radiations incident on any material, the atoms or molecules of that material absorbs this energy and they increase their translational kinetic energy or rotational kinetic energy or vibrational kinetic energy, and they are combinedly called as nothing but internal energy. Internal energy is a function of temperature only. That's why it increases the temperature. Understand? Now, let us see about absorptance, reflectance, and transmittance. When thermal radiation is incident on the surface, okay, it is a surface. On that surface, thermal radiations are incident. They have certain energy, let it will be Q. Okay, then some part of energy is reflected, let it will be Q1, and some part of energy is absorbed, okay, the rest amount may transmitted. Okay, so how much of energy is incident on the surface? Q. The total amount of Q is now divided into Q1, Q2 and Q3. Let equation number 1. Okay, here Q1 by Q is called as reflectance. Okay, its symbol is smaller. Q1 by Q is always called as reflectance of surface. Next, Q2 by Q. Q2 by Q, it is called as absorptance. The absorptance of surface denoted by the small a. Okay. Next, Q3 by Q is called as transmittance. Okay, so it is just pure ratio now. That's why reflectance, absorptance and transmittance does not have any units. Okay, now please add all the three values R plus A plus T, then Q1 by Q, Q2 by Q, Q3 by Q now. So LCM is only Q. So numerator contains Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. But we know Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3 nothing but Q now. So Q by Q nothing but equal to 1. Okay. So what we got the relation? R plus A plus T is equal to 1. Is it clear? So, what we are doing here? When radiations having energy Q incident on any surface, some portion is reflected, some portion is absorbed, the remaining portion is transmitted. Understand? So, total amount of heat energy is Q. So, Q is now equal to Q1 plus Q2 plus Q3. Here, what is reflectance? Reflectance of the surface is nothing but Q1 by Q. Okay, absorptance means Q2 by Q. Transmittance means Q3 by Q. Okay, these are all pure ratios, that's why they do not have any units. Understand? And finally we got one relation, R plus A plus T is equal to 1. Okay, note it down. Now let us see some cases. Okay, based on this equation. If T is equal to 0, if T is equal to 0 means whenever the radiations are incident on that surface, then the surface does not transmit the radiations. Surface does not transmit the radiations. So when T is 0, R plus A is equal to 1. So what is the meaning of R plus A is equal to 1? If R increases, then A value decreases. Or if R decreases, A value increases. Okay. So what is the meaning of R increases, A value decreases? Reflection is increases, absorption is decreases. That means good reflectors are bad absorbers. Or R decreases, A increases. Means good absorbers are bad reflectors. Is it clear? Good reflectors are bad absorbers, or good absorbers are bad reflectors. Clear? It is only possible when T is 0. Okay? If suppose, if R is 0, A is 0. What does that mean? That meaning is here, whenever the radiations are incident on the surface, there is no reflectance and there is no absorptance. So total T value becomes equal to 1. Okay. So these are called as the perfect transmitters. The surfaces are called perfect transmitters. Transmitters T value is 1. Okay. Next, if A is 0, T is also 0. Means absorptance 0, transmittance 0. That means R is equal to 1. Then the surfaces are called as perfect reflectors. The surfaces are called perfect reflectors because R is equal to 1 here. Okay. And the next one, if R is 0, T is 0, then A is equal to 1. It's very, very important. R is 0, T is 0, then A is equal to 1. That indicates whenever the radiations are incident on the surface, the radiations are do not reflect, do not transmit, only entire radiations are absorbed by the surface. So these are called perfect absorbers. So for perfect absorbers, what is the value of absorptance? The absorptance value is always 1. You understand? So perfect absorbers always having absorptance value 1. Is it clear? So 2 points we learn from all the cases. The first point is good reflectors are bad absorbers, and the second one, the most important, is for radiations which are incident on that surface whose absorptance value is 1 is called as the perfect absorbers. Is it clear? So it is also very important topic. Okay, please remember the formula R plus A plus T is equal to 1 and these cases. Clear? So from today's class we understood that radiations are electromagnetic wave in nature. They are transfers the energy, heat energy from one place to the another place without requiring of any medium. Okay, but convection conduction for both of them require medium. Okay, and second, radiations are travel in a straight line, but in case of conduction and convection the heat may travel in any direction, but here it may travel in straight line. The third important point, conduction convection are slow processes, but radiations are very fast process because the radiations traveling with the speed of the light. Okay, that's why radiations are fast processes but conduction convection are the slow process. Okay, radiations travel in vacuum but conduction convection does not travel in vacuum. Okay, these points we learn in today's class. Okay, thank you.